Hey guys,
Alrighty
so
then. Well,
welcome to the grid. Sorry, Wingnuts.
yeah,
Obviously,
I wanted to jump into this one, but
a little
okay,
bit
you
difficult to
two are doing
communicate when
fine.
when we're both on the other side of the planet to each other. So I'll just, I guess I'll just run through what the blue team have brought, which is, just trying to figure out which team that is because like, the Ancients is on the blue side. So they've brought an absolutely dishonorable ECM comp. They've brought 2 Griffins and a Scorpion. I'm going to lead with those because they're sort of the core of that ECM wing. A Navy Scorpion for some damage and a Drake as well. 2 Orthreses, a Scimitar, a Sentinel, and a Jackdaw.
Yeah, meanwhile, I've found mine bringing a full brick comp essentially. Damnations, sacrileges, heretics, takens. That is a lot of EHP to go through. That's going to be really hard to chew through these ships.
That
I
is
also just want to
indeed a
say
brick
quick
comp.
today is someone. Kiatsi, I see you, buddy. Good to see you around, man. He's a MPSI guy, so pleasure to see him here.
A interesting thing to look at this is a possible armor version of the shield rush comp. Those damnations are all hams. I believe the sacrileges are heavy missiles, and the heretics are rockets. Never mind, the heretics
It's
are light missiles. Apologies.
Yeah, I believe it's I think there's a rapid heavies for the Scorp navies as well. I think they're a weird model.
Problem is if those Damnations and Sacks are ham fit, those Griffins and Scorpion can give them a very bad time because obviously if that Griffin jams you and you're 70k away from him, you cannot touch him. That you might as well be exploded. There's nothing you can do.
Yeah, so they potentially brought the right answer for this.
Yeah,
Potentially.
it's possible.
All right, and
So
time
match
is
gets
up, and
underway.
here we go.
So I'm expecting to see these Damnations just rush in and do their best to stop brick tanking and sacrileges as well.
I just love the idea of damn nations rushing in. Like it's more like a slow jog from an old cow. It doesn't really work.
Extremely large man running at sort of he's trying his best. He's trying his best to go as fast as he can, but it's not
Everyone,
Usain Bolt.
everyone
And
drops ECM drones. Everyone brought ECM drones. Like
but
every single ship I've
the
seen has
Deacon of
ECM.
Lizraim just goes down. Like he's just been alphaed off the field. So I'm guessing those Orthreses are rapid light missile fit and the Jackdaws light missiles as well. Just absolutely volley them off. But the Griffins are going down now as well. Those Griffins are a pain in the
If those
ass.
Orthreses were not rapid light, I would say that they need to be shot. But that's the right call. Rapid light Orthreses are the only way to go, and immediately you see why. Deacon dead, second Deacon dead, and what to show for it? Maybe a single Griffin kill. That's it.
Yeah, Griffin's annoying, but probably not as annoying as having 2 enemy Logi frigates up to support these absolute brick tank ships. Obviously, huge resists on the Damnations and the Sacks, so they love those Logi being up, and obviously with the Logi not up, they're just a wall of EHP that's not going to regenerate anymore.
Yep, and now they're going after the heretics as well. Easy frags. They get rid of those heretics. That means that the Griffin can stay alive to ruin the day of these damnations. So those heretics are going to try desperately, I think, to get rid of the Sentinel and the Griffin. And they're just currently dying to rapid lights and light missiles from the Jackdaw. This is not looking good.
Yeah, they are taking chunks out of this Navy Scorpion, but the Scimitar may be able to keep them up if some of these jams land. Obviously, we're seeing jams spreading across the 3 Damnations and the 2 Sacrileges. In fact, across everything on that side. So any of those jams and the Scimitar will just say, okay, cool, wrap me back up, start over again. I'm a little bit curious about the decision to take Heretics as another one of them dies. I mean, the Confessor was open. They're the same number of points. I guess
suspect
maybe
it's a full Amarian roleplay thing because every single ship is Amar.
well, the Confessor's Amara as well, don't forget. Maybe they just wanted light
True.
missile heretics for like easy sort of damage and projection against Griffins and Sentinels that they're coming up against, but so far it doesn't really seem to be helping too much.
I believe it's longer range and better application against small targets, hence why Griffin died. Second one's still alive, he's holding on, and the Scimitar is doing really well holding the Scorp Navy. I'm not sure. I don't think the damage in 3 Damnations are particularly high, but surely it should be enough to be taxing that Scimitar's work right now.
Yeah, and these Sacrilege and Damnations are still just trying somewhat helplessly to get on top of something, but not having a great deal of success so far. I mean, they are going to take a long time to whittle through, as we talked about. These are just big balls of EHP. They seem to be on top of this Jackdaw of Paragoda, but it doesn't seem to be taking that much damage for the time being. I think they maybe want to get on top of something a little bit more valuable. I mean, there's no way they're ever going to catch either of these Orthreses. They're a lost cause. They're gone.
All you can go for is maybe the Scimitar and the Scorp Navy, and maybe the Drake potentially, but it's not
Jackdaw
going
does
to
go
matter.
down.
Yeah, that being said, Jackdaw manages to go down. Maybe to the heretics because he shouldn't have been caught by the Damnations.
I mean, he was tackled, I think, by the Sacrilege, and the Sacrilege is now on his way to tackle either this Drake or, I mean, this Orthres is webbed as well. The Orthres is web scrammed. I don't know how he's got caught, but he somehow has. So I imagine they're going to kill him off next. There's Orthres pretty squishy, obviously very fast, rapid light missile. They apply from miles away, but once caught, they're pretty paper. And yeah, lead
Wow.
Tom, as I mentioned,
Did he
he's
get
just
tackled by the
melting.
Damnation or the Sacrilege? I can't tell. I'm hoping it wasn't the damnation. If you got tackled by a damnation, that is just embarrassing.
I don't know, but it's a pretty shameful display. To be honest, it's not good to be caught in the Orthrus there.
Yeah, he was the same. He was the same Orthrus that got caught by the heretic earlier as well.
Oh no!
The second Orthrus is also caught. I think this one was maybe by the heretic, so that's a little bit more acceptable. We can forgive that one.
Honestly, max respect to Frosty Knee here. He's managed to go off and tackle an Orthrus, a ship designed purposely to kill things like him, and he managed to got the tackle and is staying alive just long enough for the sack to get on him. And now that the sack's on him, he should run away. It's time for
all of sacks just coagulates on top of him and spits, just vomits DPS on top of him, and away he goes.
I will say, Soundmind is slowly trying to pull this back. I still think they're going to struggle to try and rip through the Scorp Navy and the Scorpion with a Scimitar holding it up, and even the Drake will be a tough sell. That resist bonus is very powerful, but I mean, hey, they've managed to kill off all the support ships quite effectively, except for the Sentinel at the moment.
It is, but they don't have links apart from on the Drake. They may have maybe one, maybe two links on the Drake, whereas these damnations are going to be fit to the gills with links, and obviously with their inherent HP bonus, and then the all three armor links they're going to have. They're going to be insanely tanky, probably even tankier than this Navy Scorpion. And this first Scorpion's taking chunks.
Oh, yep, Scorpion's starting to get hurt. I'm trying to see if the Scimitar's been jammed. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, Bayarjo's just mentioned in my ear the attack bar on the Ancient side is tiny. They have got very little damage left with those two officers gone. This Navy Scorpion Drake, pretty much their only damage left, maybe a little bit coming from the Scorpion, but obviously mainly going to be an ECM boat. So
I believe they're rapid heavy fit the Scorpion Navy and the Scorpion, hence why they are doing effectively no damage. They're starting to shoot now.
That would make sense.
But the Scorpion's going down. I'm actually.
Yeah.
He's going to save this. Come on, please.
This is a race against time for of Sound Mind. I mean, obviously with this Scimitar up, if they lose too much DPS in the meantime, eventually they won't be able to break anything with that Scimitar. Effectively uncatchable at this point, but I mean that doesn't seem to be a problem they're facing with so little damage being put out by the Ancients.
So I think I've noticed, which is the big change in this match, Offside Mind shot the Orthruses and Jackdaws because they had such a high amount of rep drones, which is why the Sacrilege and Heretic are not going down. So they've swapped the stuff that can kill the rep drones. So now the Ancients don't have enough damage to break through rep drones.
Yeah, and now these damnations are just going to park up on top of the Scorpion Navy issue and start vomiting damage onto him. I'm surprised this Heretic is still alive, to be honest. It must purely be rep drones, because obviously there's no reps on that side, but he's still just holding fine. All the damage that the Ancients can muster is making basically no impact, and this wall of EHP that they've brought, off Sound Mind is looking pretty strong right now.
Well, it looks like it's a heavy missile or ham Drake trying to shoot that Heretic, and obviously the Scorp Navy is also a heavy missile, so they are pretty much scratching this Heretic, and he's constantly getting rep by rep drone. So yeah, they can't kill him. Like, he's going to stonewall them. A Heretic's going to hold this entire team at bay.
Yeah, I was questioning the value of the Heretic. It's something I theory crafted a little bit at the start of when the rules were announced and the point values and stuff. In theory, I wasn't sure about how effective the wobbles would be in practice. But I mean, on tank stats, they're pretty formidable.
Felix's Sacrilege just tackled their Scimitar, by the way. Yeah.
Really? Oh,
yeah, he just broke off and grabbed him.
I feel like at this point it's too little too late. The Scimitar wasn't going to be able to keep anything up under this damage, and they haven't really got any way of killing anything with so little damage of their own left. These damnations just fly around and park up.
Felix's Sacrilege locked up this entire match. I didn't know he existed. I guess they must have thought the same thing because they didn't notice him tackling the Scimitar. That's not good. That's ouch. And they can't do anything. They're stuck. Like the only DPS they really have now is Scorp Navy.
Yeah, the Sentinel and Griffin, they're able to provide some control, but clearly not going to be enough. I mean, against these damnations and Sacrilege's missile, sort of the newts from the Sentinel, kind of irrelevant. Any tracking disruptors, irrelevant. The jams, I mean, it's a Griffin, it's annoying, but it obviously can't jam everything at the same time, and there's still more than enough DPS left with one jam to punch through whatever they're focusing.
Yeah, I think the problem with this comp is they had nothing to really screen or hold these guys away. Like, you had the Orthruses to try and kill small stuff, great, but then the whole thing with Orthruses is they're great at running away and keeping out of danger. And sure, they can do it. The Scorpions can't. And apparently the Orthruses couldn't do that anyway because they got caught no matter what. So this comp seems a little confused. Like it wants to kind of run away but also stay there. and then it couldn't do either of them, and it died doing both. So I don't know what they're really going for at the moment.
Yeah, it's a bit of a risk bringing a Sentinel and 2 Griffins without sort of control or like mitigation to keep them alive. I mean, the Griffin and Sentinel did stay alive, but yeah, the Authors is getting caught. Pretty critical mistake to this match, I think. I mean, they probably pack what 400-ish DPS. I can't remember off the top of my head. I'll have to apply for it. But yeah, I mean, those things are designed to fly around, be a menace, keep applying DPS, and wipe out Frigate Wings. I mean, they wiped out the Deacons, but the fact that one of the Heretics survived and the 2 Authors were dead is really not good. It's really, really not good.
Yeah, for sure.
There's
The way
no
that
way that an
should've
Author should be
gone-
caught by a ham damnation or a ham sacrilege.
Exactly that. What should have happened there is that the Authors has killed all the Heretics and both the Deacons without being caught.
Yeah.
They managed to do that while getting caught and killed. So that's not a good play. You guys might need to go back to the drawing board and learn to hit the Michael Warp Drive a bit more often, because that shouldn't have happened.
And 35 seconds left in the match. This Scorpion Navy issue may just go down before time. He's finally lost through shields. I mean, these Sacrilege and Damnations have been punching him for what seems like an eternity now. Obviously, Scorpion Navy, hugely tanky, but he will finally fall to the might of these endless volleys of missiles on him.
And I will say as well, just shame on both teams for bringing a lot of ECM drones. Like, I'm still seeing them. They're all across the grid. There are some rep drones, some damage drones, but there are just so much ECM. Dishonorable to a lot of you. As the match is over. Good fights in Lickle as well. So, well done to Sound Mind. That's a great comeback there. And we'll send it back to the studio after an ad break.